The ending of Vinland Saga. Hey there guys, this is Mix, your favorite Vinland Saga YouTuber. And today I have a very special video for you, my beloved subscribers. We're going to theorize about the ending of Vinland Saga. Now, these are not just baseless assumptions, mind you. We're going to base these theories on how the real expedition by Thorfinn Karlsefni ended. This is a huge spoiler warning for the events to come, and especially for those of you who have only watched the anime. Anyway, so you have been warned. This video is divided into 4 sections, and these are the timestamps. What really happened? Okay, so before we start crafting all sorts of theories, it is important for me to narrate how the saga of the Icelanders ended. Let's get something out of the way. If you've watched my previous video on the history of Thorfinn Karlsefni, or I don't know, if you've so much as typed his name into Google, you know that he did in fact reach Vinland and established a colony there. I won't be spoiling what happened while they were there, but the story pretty much ends with Thorfinn and his settlers leaving Vinland after a couple of years. Apparently, there was some kind of skirmish or conflict with the indigenous population. It is important to note that before they left though, Thorfinn's wife gave birth to his son, Snorri, which, fun fact, he is the first European born in the New World. So, the events go something like this. They arrive in Vinland. They set up camp. Some crazy shenanigans happen. They live there for 2 to 3 years. Thorfinn's son is born. Conflict with the natives. And abandoning the settlement. So, now that we are all caught up, let's start the theories. The no chance in hell theory. Okay, let's make one thing clear. There's one thing that we can be certain about when it comes to the ending of Vinland Saga. Thorfinn will set foot in Vinland. Full stop. Makoto Yukimura has been pretty consistent with the historical figures and the main events in Thorfinn's life. So to change the most important event in the saga and have Thorfinn die or drown is almost impossible. It would make all of his journey pointless. The happy ever after theory. Thus far, our protagonist has been through a lot to achieve his dream. He has challenged formidable opponents and has fought many battles, real and ideological ones, in order to escape from war and death. Therefore, a possible ending to the series could feature Thorfinn setting foot on Vinland, celebrating with his friends and looking up to the sky, feeling liberated and hopeful for the first time in years. The series would end on a positive note, and it would carry a message of defiance, hope, and unbreakable will. The little boy from Iceland who crossed the Atlantic and discovered the New World. If Yukimura wishes to make the ending even more lighthearted, he could end the story with the birth of Thorfinn's son, Snorri. Imagine seeing Thorfinn holding his son, looking out towards the fields and quoting his father. "Can you hear me? Far to the west, across the sea, there is a place called Vinland. It is warm and fertile, far from slavery and the fires of war. No one can reach you. Here. You are here now." Oh, I would love to read such a scene. The war never ends theory. Now, based on the timeline of events that I laid out in the beginning of the video, the mangaka would have to stop the narration at the happiest moment in the series. But in doing so, he would only be telling us half of the story. Yeah, okay, I know. He's an artist and he does have the creative freedom to end the story at any point. But that doesn't feel like Vinland Saga. The series has never been shy of portraying the darkest and most depressing aspects of life, and even though a happy ending would fill us with joy, perhaps a bittersweet ending would be more fitting. In this ending, we move past the glory days of the camp and the birth of Snorri, and into the darker days of the settlement. Communication with the rest of the world is extremely difficult, and resources are scarce. If all of this wasn't enough, a misunderstanding with the natives leads to open hostilities. The Skelligs, as the Norsemen call them, think that the settlers brought with them a demon and want them out of their land. A small battle ensues. Thematically, this ending clashes with our protagonist's ideology. This whole time, Thorfinn thought that war, hatred, and violence could never reach Vinland. He preaches throughout the entire series how that is the place where all the powerless and the downtrodden should head to. And now, he witnesses his ideology crumble in front of his very eyes. The final chapter of this version of the ending could portray our heroes running for their lives, heading towards the beach and setting sail for Greenland once again. Thorfinn takes a final look towards the promised land and realizes that perhaps war, violence, and hatred cannot be avoided by simply running away from it all. Because these demons exist within the hearts of men and no one can outrun them. Maybe Father Willibald and Knut were right all along. Then again, this sounds a bit too depressing, so maybe Thorfinn will see this adventure as another lesson. So he returns to Iceland wiser and more mature than ever, eager to build a new home for his wife and child. Okay guys, now it is your turn to tell me your theories in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and smash that subscribe button. If you want to see more Vinland Saga analysis videos, I have a huge playlist just for you guys. I talk about Knut, Thorfinn, Thors, Leif, pretty much everyone. So check that out. Leave a comment below telling me which character or theme I should tackle next. Thank you for watching and see you in my next Vinland Saga video.